name is Kemi. I am a chemical analyst. This is the chemistry lab, and in this video we wish to introduce you to some of the equipment we use in carrying out experiments in the laboratory. So join me as we tour through the laboratory to see some of the equipment. So first we have the volumetric flask. So you can see this is 1000 milliliter of volumetric flask, and that is 500 milliliter. Both flasks, though of different sizes, are used in preparing standard solutions. By standard solution we mean a solution whose concentration is none. And the next apparatus is called the reagent bottle. As you can see, this is a colorless reagent bottle, though it contains a chemical inside. And this is also another reagent bottle, but it is an amber colored reagent bottle. The latter, the amber colored reagent bottle, is used in storing chemicals that are very sensitive to light. Now we'll move on to the next equipment. These are ties. We use them usually during the titration experiment to ascertain the color changes during the reaction. Here we have our tripod stand. It is usually used as support during heating, and under it you can find the Bunsen burner. This is used to provide heat, especially when carrying out or doing experiments involving heat. This is the boiling tube. Of course, you can see that the size of these tubes are not the same. The bigger one is called a boiling tube, while the smaller one is called a test tube. Both tubes are used in carrying out qualitative analysis, especially when analyzing salts. And the boiling tube together with the test tube are placed in a rack. So this is called a test tube rack. It is used in keeping the test tubes and the boiling tube. And this is another type of rack, but this is a wooden test tube rack, as you can see. What is the rubber test tube rack? So over here we'll have the wash bottle. The wash bottle is used in washing off the test tube or other apparatus during experiments. Now the next one is the retort stand. That's a retort stand with its clamp. As you can see, it's doing its job already. It's used to hold other apparatus in position. What is the name of the apparatus that is mounted on the retort stand? Let's look at it carefully. This apparatus is called the burette. The burette. As you can see, the burette has lines on it. It is graduated. This is a 50 ml burette, and it is used during acid-base reactions. And the next one is another apparatus. These are beakers of different sizes. I think this is the biggest in this laboratory, about 500 milliliter. This is 250, and that is 100. As you can see, it is used in holding liquid. It is also used in pouring liquid. If you observe carefully, the beaker has got a lip, so it makes it easy to pour out liquid. So over here we have a thermometer. Of course, the thermometer is used in ascertaining the degree of hotness or the degree of coldness, just like other thermometers. Over here we have our funnel, but this is a glass funnel. We can also have another kind of funnel, which is a rubber funnel. It is used in safely delivering solutions, perhaps into the burette or into the conical flask. Here is our glass rod. Its job is just for stirring. Now the next one we have here is an apparatus we call the conical flask. Again, the conical flask, we have different sizes. The first one is 500 milliliter, and over here we also have 250 milliliter. As you can see, there are graduations, lines on it, and because of that it can be used in measuring the volume of solutions, though not accurately. We have another apparatus in the laboratory that can be used to measure accurately the volume of solution, and this is called the measuring cylinder. So over here we have 100 ml measuring cylinder, and here we have 25 ml, and this is 10 ml. It can be of different size. So back to this is called the flat bottom flask. As you can see, the bottom is flat, and that is another flask, but this one is round. The flat and round bottom flask. Both equipments are used for boiling during experiments. This is our drop-in bottle. Our drop-in bottle, especially for experiments that require chemicals in drops. This is a unique equipment used for that purpose. And here we have our test tube or burette brush for washing the test tubes or the burette. This is called a separating funnel. For solutions or liquids that are immiscible, the separating funnel is very useful in separating them. For example, when you mix kerosene with water, the separating funnel can help you in separating the water and getting the kerosene apart. Now here we have our spatula. These are called spatula. Most students mistakenly or teasingly call this the spoon. Of course, it does the job of the spoon. We use it to take quantities of salt, especially when we are running qualitative analysis experiments. Now we have our crucible with its lid, the crucible and the cover. It's used for heating solid to sublimation. Here we have our test tube holder. It is used in holding test tube, especially when carrying out experiments that requires heating. Here we have our weighing balance. So you can see the label on it, triple beam balance. We use this to determine the mass of the salts. In fact, it can weigh up to about 500 grams or more. So these in nutshell are some of the apparatuses we have in our chemistry lab. In our next video, we will introduce you to more equipment used in the laboratory, and we will be discussing the uses of this apparatus.